Welcome to Amanda Loving Life. As parents, we want nothing but the best for our children, especially when it comes to education. In today's modern world, the learning tools available are limitless. So how do you know what the right fit for your child is? Well, we know it isn't easy, so we've come up with a few suggestions to help you out.
This show is brought to you by
Live a better life with better choices. Only at Healthy Options.
And the new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2. More and more alternative methods for learning are being developed, and parents can now choose an approach that will best suit their children's unique personalities. I find that for my son Kieran, independent, free-spirited, little ball of energy that he is, the Montessori method, which focuses on self-determination and independence, works best. I'm here with Miss Stephanie Peralta, the Montessori coordinator for the Maria Montessori Foundation in Alabang. Hi Stephanie, thanks for having us today.
Thank you too.
So we wanted to ask, what exactly is the Montessori method and how does it differ from traditional education methods?
Montessori education started in Italy through a woman called Maria Montessori, and she started this because she wanted to give the children an alternative form of education. She actually started with a group of children in an asylum who were then considered to be idiots, and she was able to train them, and she was able to show the world that they could be trained. And she did this by creating materials that the children could manipulate with their hands. She believed that education is an education for life, and it is something which you should help children to be able to become an independent and lifelong learner. The most important thing she believed in is in independence. She believed that the child needs to be able to move freely in his environment, whether that is the home environment or the school environment. He should be able to move freely, make decisions for himself, so that it will enable him to be able to do the task of growing and constructing himself. One of the things that also makes Montessori very different from other traditional schools is that over and above the use of books and worksheets, we have a wealth of Montessori materials, especially in math. The Powers Cabinet and the bead frames, all these wonderful materials really make learning very concrete at the beginning. They handle it, they manipulate it, and at a later time they realize, oh, it clicks in. And we have heard Montessori children say, I remember when I couldn't do it before, I would imagine the materials in my mind. And so all these materials, particularly the math materials, even geography, puzzle maps, as early as CASA, they work on it. And because it's so sensorial and it attracts the senses, it really stays within the child, and learning is so much easier for them.
So this kind of teaching is very important here, especially because we were talking about how a lot of kids have yayas, and there's that culture of wanting to do everything for the child.
Yes.
So do you meet a lot of resistance with parents or a lot of misunderstanding because of this? Or?
Well, the misunderstanding is early on already addressed. That's why the school has what we call a parent orientation. We invite parents even before they enroll their children.
So can a child that has been in traditional schooling come into Montessori? Is that difficult?
Well, I have had a lot of children come in, midstream, grade 2, let's say, and usually they have had no difficulty whatsoever. In fact, parents would tell us, wow, my kid loves your school. She thinks it's the best school, and the words they've used is amazing, because it's so different from what they've known, just sitting in their chairs with no manipulative materials to work on. Whereas now they can walk around, they don't even have permanent seats, and there's a wealth of materials that they feel they can grow from so much. They really feel like I'm learning on my own, and they're not even aware that they're learning in their mind. I'm just playing, I'm just touching the materials, but they grow so much, and so there has never been any difficulty for the kids who come from traditional schooling to come to our school.
Right. And so tell us about the K-12 program that you were saying about how Montessori.
Well, yes, because yes. In fact, our school is going to have a seminar on September 8th. It's going to be here in the school. It's from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4 p.m. And the title of the seminar is The Montessori School's Response to the K-12 Program. That's because many parents are thinking, what now? With the K-12, will Montessori answer the needs of the K? Definitely. In fact, we're way ahead because that's what Montessori is all about, the spiral learning and basing it on what already the child knows and moving on to what is needed next. And we already have a CASA program, so that's the preschool or the K of kindergarten. And so I think it would be a good thing for parents and teachers to come to the seminar. Again, that's on September 8th at 8 o'clock in the morning here in our school in Maria Montessori.
Okay, thank you so much, Ms. Stephanie.
Okay, thank you also so much. All right, I hope I gave you a good idea of what Montessori education is all about.
Yes, well, I'm a Montessori mom.
So that's great. Okay, all right, thank you.
The advent of the e-book and tablets has revolutionized the way we read. Will it have an impact on children's education and learning? Let's find out when Amanda Loving Life returns.
It's natural to seek better options in life. A life free from artificial and chemical additives. Live a better life with better choices. Only at Healthy Options.
With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, gift shopping just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990. With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, finding your way just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990.
You're watching Amanda Loving Life. Ebooks and tablets are the latest craze. They're savvy, easily accessible, and save space. Some groups even propose that they are the educational tools of the future. Others don't quite agree. What's your opinion?
Well, I started reading ebooks 5 years ago when first ebooks came out in Palm Pilot. Later on, when the iPad came out and the Samsung tablets came out, that's when my kids started to see, well, first they saw their friends having tablets and readers. So then they asked me, when will we have one? Well, then I said, okay, as long as we can't download any games, that's fine with me. And they said, okay. So it was a deal between my kids and I that we'll download books, either interactive books or puzzles and pop-up books. Something that will still help them develop their reading interests and imagination.
Whatever kind of books you choose for your kids, whether electronic or printed ones, what's important is the bond created between you and your children during your reading hours.
One should always encourage bonding moments with kids, even in paper books, in digital books. Although some people say that interactive books have too many features that can distract the child from between the parent and child interaction. But one can always turn it off and just have the same reading experience in a paper book and a digital book.
Ebooks literally are available at the tip of your fingers. For those who haven't tried this new technology, we found a website which not only boasts of a wide selection and competitively priced ebooks, but is also proudly homegrown.
Ebooks are short for electronic books. So these are books that you can read via electronic devices like computers or smartphones or tablets or e-reading devices. Flipreads.com is an ebook store. So if you've heard of Amazon.com, BarnesandNoble.com, or the iTunes iBook store, Flipreads.com is the same kind of website as these popular international sites. But Flipreads.com is actually a homegrown, or rather a Filipino ebook store. We have several children's books from Adarna Publishing House. There's Mr. Beetle's Many Rooms by Robert Magnuson. There's Tic Tac Toc and Pick Pack Boom. So these titles are also bilingual. They're written both in English and in Filipino, and they can be downloaded from the site. For older kids, for kids in high school, we also have a lot of speculative fiction books. These are works by fantasy, science fiction authors from the Philippines. We also have a lot of free titles on Flipreads. There are comics, there's a short story anthology, and there's also an anthology of essays, all of them from local writers. We try to have a variety of books that will address different kinds of readers.
So you've enrolled your child in a really great school, but still feel that they need an added boost to fully maximize their potential. Is it time to tutor, or should you tutor them yourself? We'll chat more about this when we return. Can you picture how much space 100 books or more take up? A few years ago, kids were carting around heavy books in their backpacks. Nowadays, they can carry that many books and have access to them whenever their inner bookworm comes out. These slim, stylish reading hubs, measuring just 7 and 10 inches, lets them do just that without breaking their backs. Download educational apps that can help your kids understand and absorb their lessons at school better. This tab can also be the perfect outlet for your young artist's growing imagination. And it's not just limited to certain ages. Toddlers can have the developmental advantage with some of the educational apps and stories available on the Galaxy tab. The little ones will have a grand time learning their ABCs about shapes and colors with these toddler apps. Never before has reading, learning, and being creative been more fun and convenient. Life just got better with the new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2.
With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, father and son bonding just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990. With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, birthday surprises just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990.
Parenthood might take its toll on one's physical beauty, But BC Magazine's Most Beautiful Moms and Otis Dads bring together parents who effectively take on their roles without sacrificing their looks and style.
Today, we're celebrating the Most Beautiful Moms and Hottest Dads, which is our yearly celebration of the most beautiful moms and the hottest dads that we pick, meaning, of course, aside from their physical beauty, they have to be people of substance, and they're from different walks of life. Some are politicians, some are actors, models, so iba-iba. It has to be a person that other parents can look up to. Amanda was in our first batch of Most Beautiful Moms, and as well as David.
I say enjoy your pregnancy, right?
I say eat.
It's one of the only times, yeah, exactly. It's one of the only times that you sort of get a little bit of a pass to enjoy your food. So you're eating for two, just in moderation is what I suggest. And exercise is important as well. Exercise, really? Yes.
And tonight, actually, you will see David's photo. I think you got a shot of it now. And of course, David, aside from looking like David, he's also a world traveler. He's a businessman. He's a DJ, so he's very well-rounded, just like his wife, his gorgeous wife, which is why we're very, very, very proud to have him as one of our hottest dads.
Yeah, well, you know, actually when they asked me in the beginning, I thought they made a mistake. And I said, really? You want me to be a part of it? Really? But in all honesty, I mean, it's a great privilege. I'm in great company. It's wonderful being here and sharing, you know, the experience with all the other men, with my wife, who's one of the most beautiful moms.
We're really honored, actually, just to be a part of the BC Magazine thing, and you know, to be on their list is really something that we're humbly accepting. Of course, we thank you for that. I think my wife is hot mama, you know.
Good for us. I guess for me, it's just the definition of a beautiful mom is someone who just embraces motherhood, someone who truly is happy, and you can see that not just on the physical, but it's something that really emanates from within. I think that's the definition that they're trying to portray here. I mean, you have a lot of beautiful faces that you see here, but at the end of the day, they are mothers who truly just embrace it, celebrate it every day, and just live a wonderful and full life being a mom.
It's amazing how the most simple things and how sometimes yung pinaka-stupid moments are, you know, bring laughter to my life, because kahit yung baby ko na burp, I'm celebrating. You know, everything I'm celebrating when it comes to her. At the same time, it's just like so transforming, because I no longer feel that I'm alone. You know, I have a child now, and then she's an extension of myself.
Let's face it, being a mom can sometimes mean being a superwoman. We wear many hats, do hundreds of tasks to fulfill each role's needs, and we love it. Being a mother is also full of challenges that, when overcome, makes everything worthwhile. To help me fulfill the roles, I take the necessary precautions to keep my mind in tip-top shape. Brain support supplements help keep my mind sharp and provide the needed nutrients such as vitamin E, B vitamins, fish oils, and ginkgo to promote healthy brain function. Lecithin provides 3 forms of phosphatides to support memory function and learning, as well as promotes the health of the liver and the reproductive system. Ginkgo is highly touted for its power of the stimulant of the brain. Visit your nearest Healthy Options store and ask the in-store pharmacist on which supplement will work best for you. Would you like to stay up to date with the latest on health and wellness? It's easy and it's free. Simply download the Healthy Options Lifestyle News Digest on your tablet. The Healthy Options News Digest summarizes essential information from relevant medical and nutrition research to help keep you in the know when it comes to various health-related topics. Just visit healthyoptions.com.ph/newsdigest and we guarantee it will be worth your while.
It's natural to seek better options in life, a life free from artificial and chemical additives. Live a better life with better choices, only at Healthy Options.
With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, gift shopping just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990. With a new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, finding your way just got better. The new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2, starting at $12,990.
This is Amanda, Loving Life. We're on the subject of optimizing your child's education. So far we've covered schools, ebooks, and learning methods. Now, what if that isn't enough? Well, parents with this concern can go to tutoring centers. Which one is the best one? Let's find out. So I'm here with the owner of Number Works and Words, Angela Yang Handy. Thank you for having us today. So how can you tell, if parents out there are watching now, how can you tell if your children need tutoring?
Tutoring can be advantageous to any child. Certainly it's better to be advanced than behind. And even if a child is not lagging behind, it's certainly a good idea and advisable to challenge them. It's certainly better to try to do something that's proactive rather than running after helping a child that's run into a problem. Any parent can consider tutoring for bringing their child to tutoring. You know, if a parent wants their child to advance in their work and so have increased levels of confidence, that's a good opportunity to bring tutoring. If a child is gifted, they find that they're bored in school and you want them to be nurturing that gift, that's another indicator that tutoring might work for your child and would be important. And of course, if your child is experiencing declining grades, if they are saying that they hate a certain subject, they hate math, they hate English, or they're even not wanting to go to school at all. So those are clear categories of students who might benefit, which essentially is any child.
Right. Okay, so what about parents? What's different about going to a tutorial center versus the parent actually doing it with their kids at home? Because some parents might think that that's better.
What we try to do is do what any parent would love to do. If only they had the time, the energy, the resources, the knowledge, the skills of how to do this. Every parent is super busy. And you know, the tutorial needs of children are so specific. So that's where tutorial centers like us come in. So what we provide here is a neutral and structured environment.
And what should we be looking for in a tutor?
If you're looking for a tutor, the first thing above all else is that they need to be patient. And it's an underestimated skill, but it's ultimately the most important thing for a tutor to possess. And also, of course, being child-friendly, very important. Not always considered as important, but very important, and knowledgeable in the subject. If you're looking for a tutorial center, so number one is really finding a tutor or a tutorial center that will teach a child to do it themselves. The second thing to consider is, of course, and we advocate for this because we really advocate for fun learning, is to find a place that your student or your child loves to go to. And that really matters, because if a child loves something, it maximizes learning, it maximizes understanding, and most importantly, retention.
Okay, so what sets your center apart from other tutorial centers? Because now there's quite a few of them around, right?
Yes, absolutely. Well, we are a tutor directed and computer-aided program. So that sets us apart in that we have tutors that are actually doing all the teaching, but we have computers and computer software that actually provide or serve as a tool to be able to teach, help in the teaching. Our computers actually, or our software, have practice sets which the students go through, and the other advantage of using that is that they have games and rewards and incentives for the kids.
Okay, so this makes it fun for the kids, because you
Super
were
fun,
telling me
yeah.
that the kids love it and you can't tear them away from
Absolutely.
these things.
And you saw it.
I saw it because I was having a hard time believing it.
Yes.
Which is great in this day and age of
yes.
computer games.
So what sets it apart is that it is fun, it is innovative, and it really creates an opportunity for kids to have the incentive to come to finish their practice sets, to do them correctly, and to complete them. So many students have excelled. We have pictures in the back that show happy faces. We have students that keep coming back and telling us their stories, and they do extremely well, increased levels of confidence. And they talk about how it is just fun learning, which is really important.
That's the key, I think, to
Absolutely.
learning.
Absolutely.
Making it fun.
Enrolling in Numberworks really helped pull my grades up because it's a mixture of fun and at the same time one-on-one tutorial, so I was really concentrated on the subject.
I really had fun while learning, and I learned that it was okay to make mistakes because it wasn't as high-strung as those other tutorial centers.
For my little Julia, that's why the reason why I enrolled her is because to develop her math skills as well as early as possible, so she won't have a hard time doing math in school.
When my son was in the first grade, he had difficulty in math, and as a tutor by default, because I'm his mom, I also had difficulty teaching him math. Although I know how easy it is for me, but apparently it's not that easy for him. So I couldn't do anything. I mean, I was looking for a method how to do it, to teach him on my own, but I couldn't do it. So eventually I decided to enroll him in Numberworks. After the 12 sessions last summer, I was so surprised because he already memorized everything from tables 1 to 10. And I had a difficulty teaching him that.
So thank you so much, Ange, and I look forward to sending Kieran here one day.
Well, for sure, he'll come.
We hope that we have helped educate you on issues that concern most of us parents, which is our children's education. Now, we would love to hear from you and get a free flow exchange of ideas, so please like us on Facebook or follow us on Twitter to give in your comments, suggestions, or whatever else you like. Thank you so much for staying with me. This is Amanda, loving life. This portion was brought to you by the new Samsung Galaxy Tab 2.